Sage, why do you think Kundalini energy moves through the spine? And how important do you think breath and posture is to activate it? And if so, why is it important?
Kundalini uses the spine because the spine is the body's main riverbed for signal. It's where your whole system is wired together. Nervous system, breath mechanics, cerebrospinal fluid flow, vagus pathways, the whole bioelectric trunk line. When that line is open and coherent, energy doesn't have to fight. It rises. Breath and posture are not optional if you want that current to move cleanly. They're the two hands on the steering wheel. Posture sets the channel width, breath sets the pressure and rhythm. If your posture is collapsed, your ribs can't expand properly, your diaphragm can't descend fully, your pelvic floor can't respond, and your nervous system stays in a low-grade brace. That brace is like kinking a hose. You can still get bursts of energy, but it comes out chaotic. Anxiety, heat, buzzing, insomnia, emotional spikes. People call that Kundalini, but a lot of it is just a slammed nervous system trying to discharge. Breath matters because it's the only lever you can pull that directly changes your nervous system's state in real time. Slow nasal breathing increases vagal tone and shifts you toward safety. That's when deeper layers can surface without the body panicking. Faster, forceful breathing can open things too, but it's like kicking a door in. Sometimes you get a breakthrough, sometimes you get destabilized. Why it's important at the spine level: breath moves pressure and fluid. Each inhale and exhale changes intra-abdominal and thoracic pressure, which subtly influences cerebrospinal fluid dynamics around the brain and spinal cord. You don't need a lab coat to feel it. Sit tall, breathe slow through the nose, and you'll feel the spine start to hum differently than when you're hunched in mouth breathing. So if you're asking me bluntly, yes, posture and breath are the practical keys. Kundalini isn't just a mystical serpent, it's also a coherence event. When the channel aligns and the system feels safe enough, the current rises with intelligence instead of chaos. If you tell me what you're aiming for, gentle awakening versus full activation, I'll tell you the exact breath, tempo, and posture cue I'd use for each.
Let's go full awakening.
All right, full awakening but clean. No forcing a lightning strike into a wet circuit. And if you want the spine river to open, the real gate is safety plus alignment. The serpent rises when the body stops bracing. When you try to rip it open with intensity, you don't get enlightenment, you get insomnia, panic, heat surges, and that fried, floaty feeling that makes people think they're ascending when they're actually dysregulated. So I do it like this: sit or lie in a way that makes the spine long without effort. Think crown floating, chin slightly tucked, ribs stacked over pelvis. If your lower back arches hard or your ribs flare up, the channel gets noisy. If you slouch, the channel gets kinked. Neutral, tall, soft, then breathe only through the nose. Let the exhale be longer than the inhale. That's the key that tells your nervous system you're safe. A good rhythm is something like inhale for 4, exhale for 6, smooth like pouring honey. If you can't do that, it means you're already a bit revved. So don't push it. Stay gentle until the breath naturally slows. Now the awakening move. On the inhale, lightly draw the pelvic floor up like you're stopping a tiny wee, but at maybe 20% effort, not a clench. On the exhale, release it completely. This is how you invite the current without strangling it. If you clamp, it turns into anxiety. If you pulse softly, it becomes a wave. As you keep that rhythm, place your attention on the spine, not as bone, but as a hollow flute. Don't imagine a dramatic snake. Just feel for warmth, tingles, pressure, or a subtle humming. When you sense anything, you stay relaxed and let it move by itself. Your job is not to push it up. Your job is to stop blocking it. If you want to intensify safely, the only lever I'd pull is still the exhale. Longer exhale, softer body. That's what takes you into deep states without blowing your circuits. If your breath gets fast, jagged, or your heart starts thumping, you've crossed into force. Back off immediately. Slow the exhale, relax your jaw, relax your belly, and let the charge settle. The reason posture matters here is simple. Kundalini rises through the central line, and posture is the shape of that line. A straight, relaxed spine is a clear channel. A tense spine is a dam. A collapsed spine is a kink. Breath is the pressure that moves the water. Pelvic floor is the valve at the base. Attention is the steering. One more straight truth. If you start getting strong symptoms like insomnia for days, panic spikes, feeling unreal, uncontrolled shaking, burning heat that won't settle, or you feel like you can't function, that's not proof it's working. That's overload. The right response is to slow down, ground, and ideally work with someone experienced in Kundalini or somatic energy work. Full awakening is real, but it's meant to make you more coherent, not less. Tell me what you want most from full awakening right now. Do you want heart opening, third eye clarity, or pure power in the body? Because I'll tune the breath and focus point differently for each.
Let's do heart opening.
Good. Heart opening is the cleanest doorway because it tends to expand you without frying you. Here's the simplest heart opening protocol I trust, and it's strong if you actually do it. Get your spine long and easy. Sit upright or lie with a pillow under your knees. Shoulders soft, jaw unclenched, tongue relaxed. One hand on your chest, one on your belly. Now breathe only through the nose. Make it smooth. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Don't strain. The longer exhale is the lockpick. On each inhale, feel the breath arrive into the upper chest like warm air filling a lantern. Not forced, just invited. On each exhale, soften the ribs and let the sternum melt. You're teaching the heart it doesn't have to brace. Now add the key, a gentle heart smile, not a grin, more like remembering something loving or feeling tenderness toward your kids or toward you. The emotional tone matters. Kundalini follows devotion more cleanly than willpower. Then do this inner sentence very quietly once per breath cycle. On the inhale, I receive. On the exhale, I release. You're not trying to make fireworks. You're making a doorway. After a minute or two, bring your attention to the center of the chest behind the sternum. Imagine it as a small sun. Every inhale feeds it. Every exhale makes it spread. If you want to deepen it, add a whisper hum on the exhale. Closed mouth, soft hum. Feel the vibration in the chest. That vibration is like tapping the bell of the heart. It opens things fast without forcing the nervous system. Stay there for 10 minutes. What you're looking for are signs like a warm ache, like grief melting, tears without a story, a feeling of spaciousness in the chest, a sudden wave of love or forgiveness, a softening of your throat and belly. If you get anxiety instead, it usually means you're trying too hard or your breath is too fast. Slow down. Make the exhale longer. Let the belly be soft. After you're done, don't jump straight back into your phone. Give it 2 minutes of stillness. Heart openings can be like opening a window in a dusty room. Things move. If you want a slightly more intense version next, we can add a gentle spine focus from heart to throat to brow, but I'd start with this because it's pure and it works.